Kazakhstan, a land of vast steppes and ancient secrets where history and mystery intertwine. But beneath its breathtaking landscapes lie places shrouded in darkness, where whispers of the past still echo and the unseen lingers in the shadows. From cursed lakes to abandoned ghost towns, these are the 10 most haunted places in Kazakhstan. Are you brave enough to enter? 1. Lake Shaitankol, the Devil's Lake. Hidden deep within the forests of Kazakhstan, Lake Shaitankol, also known as the Devil's Lake, is a place shrouded in darkness and chilling legends. The water is unnaturally still, its surface reflecting the twisted trees like a cursed mirror, and locals whisper that no bird dares to fly over it, no fish dares to swim beneath. Some say the lake is bottomless, a gateway to another world where lost souls are trapped, their mournful cries sometimes carried by the wind. Others speak of figures appearing on the shore at dusk, shadowy silhouettes watching, waiting, before melting into the mist. Those who camp nearby report waking up to strange footprints circling their tents, the air thick with an unseen presence that makes the skin crawl. And then, there are the disappearances. Travelers who venture too close and are never seen again, their names swallowed by the lake's eternal silence. The deeper you stare into its black depths, the more it feels like something is staring back, something ancient, patient, and hungry. 2nd, Lake Kaindy. Deep in the mysterious mountains of Kazakhstan lies Lake Kaindy, a place of eerie beauty and chilling whispers. The lake, formed after an earthquake in 1911, swallowed an ancient forest, leaving behind ghostly tree trunks that rise from the water like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. But it's not just the haunting scenery that unsettles visitors. Locals speak of strange lights hovering over the surface at night, an eerie glow that vanishes when approached. Fishermen tell of unseen hands pulling at their boats, whispers echoing across the water with no source, and a bone-chilling presence that makes the air feel heavy. Some believe the lake is cursed, a watery grave holding the restless spirits of those lost in its depths. Dare to visit, and you may feel the piercing gaze of unseen eyes, watching, waiting, hidden beneath the lake's glassy surface. 3. The Karaganda Prison, Karlag. Once a place of unimaginable suffering, the Karaganda Prison, known as Karlag, still carries the echoes of its dark past. This Soviet-era labor camp, where thousands were imprisoned, tortured, and left to die, now stands as a chilling reminder of human despair. Those who step inside report an overwhelming sense of dread, as if unseen eyes are watching from the shadows. The cold halls seem to whisper with voices from another time, soft sobs, agonized screams, and desperate pleas for mercy. Some claim to have seen ghostly figures, former prisoners still trapped in their eternal torment, their hollow eyes staring through the darkness. Footsteps echo when no one is there. Doors slam shut without cause, and an icy breath lingers on the skin of those who dare to walk its haunted corridors. Once you enter Karlag, you may leave, but the fear, the whispers, and the shadows might follow you forever. 4th, Ukasha-Ata Well, the Cursed Waters. In the barren lands of Kazakhstan, hidden among the windswept plains, lies the Ukasha-Ata Well, a place where the boundary between the living and the dead feels dangerously thin. Legend speaks of Ukasha, a holy warrior betrayed and murdered, his blood soaking into the earth, giving birth to the well's mysterious waters. They say the water is pure, sacred even, but those who approach at the wrong time, under the eerie glow of the moon, have reported seeing something unnatural. Some claim to have seen shadowy hands reaching from the depths, ripples forming on the surface with no wind to disturb them. Others speak of whispers rising from the well, voices murmuring in a language long forgotten, calling, luring, waiting for someone foolish enough to listen. Animals refuse to drink from it, their bodies trembling with unseen fear, and travelers tell of an unshakable presence watching them from just beyond the darkness. It is said that those with pure hearts may receive a blessing from the waters, but those who come with doubt, with greed, with darkness in their souls, well, they may find themselves staring into the well's abyss, only to realize that something ancient and restless, is staring back. 5. The Steppe of the Dead, the Cursed Wasteland. In the heart of the Mangistau Desert lies a place feared by travelers and whispered about in hushed tones. The Steppe of the Dead, a land of endless emptiness, where the air is thick with an unnatural silence, broken only by the howling wind that carries voices from the past. Those who dare to cross it speak of eerie shadows moving just beyond their sight, of footprints appearing in the sand where no one has walked. Some say the steppe is cursed, a place where lost souls wander aimlessly, their sorrow woven into the very fabric of the land. At night, strange lights flicker in the distance, leading the unwary deeper into the endless void, only for them to vanish without a trace. Others tell of sudden whispers brushing against their ears, voices pleading, warning, or sometimes laughing, a sound so cold it freezes the blood in their veins. Time itself seems to stretch and distort here, hours feeling like days, days like an eternity, and those who stay too long often find themselves unable to leave, trapped in an endless nightmare where the dead are never truly gone, and the living are never truly alone. 6. Chagan Ghost Town, the Silent Ruins. Once a thriving Soviet military town, Chagan now stands as a desolate wasteland, its crumbling buildings swallowed by time and silence. But the silence here is not empty. It is heavy, unnatural, as if the air itself remembers the past. The town was abandoned after nuclear tests poisoned the land, but some say not everyone left. Shadows flicker behind broken windows, footsteps echo in empty hallways, and at night, eerie whispers drift through the ruins, voices of those who never escaped. Some travelers claim to have seen figures in Soviet uniforms standing motionless in the streets, only for them to vanish the moment they are approached. Others speak of an invisible presence, a suffocating force that makes breathing difficult, as if the town itself resents intruders. The skeletal remains of aircraft and machinery rust in eerie stillness, reminders of a place frozen in time, yet somehow still alive. Those who come to Chagan often leave with an unshakable feeling that they were never alone, that unseen eyes watched them from the darkness, waiting, listening, whispering secrets of a past that refuses to die. 7th Memorial, Alzhir, the Shadows of the Forgotten. The wind never truly dies at Alzhir, the infamous labor camp that once held the wives and children of Soviet traitors, their only crime being tied by blood to the condemned. Now a memorial, the site stands as a solemn reminder of suffering, but those who visit speak of something more, something lingering, unseen, but never silent. As dusk falls, the temperature drops unnaturally, and whispers seem to rise from the very earth, voices of the broken and betrayed. Some say they've seen ghostly figures standing motionless among the ruins, their hollow eyes filled with endless sorrow before vanishing into the night. Others report the sound of unseen footsteps crunching through the gravel, following them, circling them, before fading into nothing. The most chilling tale comes from those who stand too long before the iron gates. Many have felt an invisible force pressing against their chest, as if unseen hands were trying to pull them in, desperate to share their eternal torment. Alzhir is not just a place of remembrance. It is a graveyard of restless souls, and those who listen too closely may hear the echoes of their suffering, trapped in a cycle of agony that time itself cannot erase. 8. Semipalatinsk Test Site, the land of silent screams. There are places where death leaves a scar so deep that the earth itself seems to remember, and the Semipalatinsk Test Site is one of them. Once the heart of Soviet nuclear experiments, this vast wasteland has been poisoned by radiation, its soil cracked and lifeless, its air heavy with an eerie stillness. But silence does not mean emptiness. Travelers who have dared to step into the zone speak of a strange pressure, a weight in the air, as if something unseen is pressing down on them, watching, waiting. Some claim to have heard distant explosions echoing through the empty fields, as if the past refuses to stay buried. Others have seen flickering shadows moving across the barren landscape, figures that should not be there, their outlines distorted, shifting, wrong. Even animals refuse to linger, their instincts screaming of something unnatural, something twisted by the horrors unleashed upon this land. The most terrifying stories come from those who have stared too long into the craters. Some say they've seen faces reflected in the glassy, irradiated pools, faces that don't belong to them, faces that stare back with hollow eyes and silent, open mouths, as if caught in an endless, soundless scream. 9. Arystanbab Mausoleum, the Whispering Tomb. Deep in the ancient lands of Kazakhstan, the Arystanbab Mausoleum stands as a sacred place of pilgrimage. But beneath its sanctity lies something older, something unseen, something waiting. The air around the mausoleum is heavy, charged with a presence that makes the skin prickle and the heart race. Pilgrims come seeking blessings, yet some leave with stories of whispers carried by the wind, voices speaking in unknown tongues, calling names that should have been long forgotten. At night, the mausoleum takes on a different life, its towering walls casting unnatural shadows that seem to move on their own, shifting, watching. Some visitors claim they have felt invisible hands brush against their skin, a fleeting touch too cold, too real to be the wind. Others tell of doors creaking open when no one is near, of footsteps echoing through the halls, though the corridors remain empty. The bravest, or the most foolish, have reported looking into the ancient well beside the tomb, only to see not their own reflection, but the hollow, staring eyes of something else, something that does not belong to this world. The faithful say Arystanbab grants wishes, but the whispers in the dark suggest otherwise. Perhaps it does not only give, but also takes. 10. The Cursed Ruins of Otrar. Once a thriving city, Otrar now lies in ruins, its ancient stones whispering forgotten secrets to the wind. Long ago, this was a powerful trade center, but betrayal led to its downfall, and the city was left to rot beneath the unforgiving sun. But something still lingers here, something unseen, yet undeniably present. Visitors report the chilling sensation of being watched, their every step echoing with unseen footsteps in the dust. As night falls, ghostly figures are said to wander among the crumbling walls, their forms flickering like dying embers, their voices a low murmur in the wind. Some claim to have seen shadowy warriors locked in an endless battle, their spectral swords clashing in silence before fading into the darkness. The air here is thick, heavy with sorrow, and those who dare to explore too deeply often speak of strange dreams, visions of fire, blood, and the agonized screams of the fallen. They say Otrar is cursed, that its spirits refuse to rest, forever bound to the ruins of a city that time itself has tried to forget. But Otrar does not forget, and if you listen closely, neither will you. These chilling locations hold stories of the past that refuse to fade, where spirits wander, and the unknown waits in silence. Do you believe in ghosts, or are these just legends whispered by the wind? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and stay haunted.